Hello, General Biology. In this video, we are going to discuss how an inference can become scientific knowledge. Well, scientists go through the same process that everybody does when they are trying to explain something. They make observations, they compare it to their prior knowledge, and if it's reliable, well, then they go with the inference that is most reliable. But science is not done by one person. Science is done by the scientific community. It's a collaborative endeavor. So how does an inference that a scientist make becomes scientific knowledge that we use to explain our world? Well, let's start by giving an example that is not necessarily science. Let's say this is your house. Nice house, by the way. Congratulations. So, you're coming home from school, and maybe you were out with some friends after school, and it's 7 o'clock. And you can observe that the lights on, or there aren't any lights on in the house except for maybe this room. And you have prior knowledge that, one, it's 7 o'clock, because you can observe that on your watch or your phone or whatever. So it's 7 o'clock, and you have prior knowledge that your mom works until 8. Your mom works until 8. So you can infer that your mom is not home. So you've made observations about the house, you had prior knowledge about the time and your mom's work schedule, you can make an inference that your mom is not home. That's a fine inference, but that is not scientific knowledge because that does not explain how our world works. That doesn't explain what's going on in the world or what's going on in the universe. So that's not an inference that the scientists would really care about. So we make inferences all the time, but if they don't explain how the world works or the universe works, then the scientists are not interested. So let's give another example. Let's say you're a biologist and you were observing some penguins in Antarctica, and you might say, I want to explain these penguins. I want to explain what penguins are and their qualities and how they live. So I am going to infer that penguins are all black. All penguins are black. We're gonna have some explanation about penguins here, and we're gonna explain that we can always count on penguins to be black. Well, there's a second thing that has to happen for scientific knowledge. In addition to explaining the world, which this is attempting to explain penguins, so that's fine. But in addition to explaining the world, it has to hold up under testing. You have to be able to test or find an opportunity to contradict the idea. And, well, turns out, there are blue penguins. They're called little blue penguins. They live in Australia and New Zealand, and they are the cutest thing. Penguins are my favorite animal. And so, I mean, it's so cute, right? Like, look at how cute that is. But it doesn't pass the test. The idea that all penguins are black, we can make observations that contradict that. And now we have knowledge of penguins that are not black. So that inference, it's no good. It did not pass the test. So scientists aren't going to use the idea that all penguins are black. They might use the idea that most penguins are black, or they might use the idea that some penguins are black, and we would need to take more tests and make more observations in order to support that. But right now, we can't say that all penguins are black, because clearly, they're right there. The cutie pie little blue penguin is right there. So that's not going to be scientific knowledge. Now, what else has to happen for scientific knowledge? Okay, let's say that they say, yeah, most penguins are black. Well, what do scientists do? The next thing they do is they share and discuss their ideas with each other. And there's a lot of ways they can do that. They can invite scientists literally into their laboratory and show them their experiments, show them the tools that they're using to make observations. They can, they actually collaborate with each other and cooperate with other scientists. And sometimes they go beyond that. They will have conferences where scientists will meet with other scientists, and they'll give presentations, and they'll ask questions, and they'll say, this is the research we're doing. Do you have any ideas, or is this going to be helpful to you? They'll go to conferences, and once they've got an experiment or an idea that is really solid, they will publish it in science journals. Science journals are a big deal. Science journals say, guys, we think this inference or this explanation or this new observation is so important, we have to share it with the whole world. So we try to get it published in a scientific journal, and other scientists will read the journal and say, yeah, that's a good idea, or no, that's not a good idea. Well, once scientists have read the journal, they talk about it, and some scientists will say, that's wrong, I'm going to do another experiment that'll counter your experiment. Or other scientists will say, I think it's a good idea, and I'm going to use that in my next experiment. I'm going to use those ideas. And what happens is the ideas get discussed and used by other scientists over time until they're kicked away or we reach a consensus. A consensus means most of the scientists in the world agree. Now, this is I don't know where to move me. I'm in the way everywhere. This is a list of surveys that scientists have done about that humans cause global warming. In 2004, 100% of the scientists surveyed agreed. In 2009, 97% agreed. In 2010, 97% agreed. In 2013, 97% agreed. In 2014, 91% agreed. In 2014, in a different study, 93% agreed. In 2015, 97% agreed. This is a consensus. This means that according to scientists, the idea that humans cause global warming is mostly agreed upon by the vast majority of scientists. This isn't like 51%. This is 90% or above. And they agree that it fits with our prior scientific knowledge and that our observations support it. So we should accept that the idea that humans cause global warming is the most supported inference. It's our most supported scientific knowledge. So let's review. Inferences can become scientific knowledge if 1. The inference explains something about how the universe or world works. 2. The inference passes scientific testing. 3. Scientists discuss and share the inference, and then after the discussion and arguing and retesting, after all of that, if scientists reach a consensus, then it becomes scientific knowledge. I hope this video helps. Struggle well.